And this is my global forecast for July 2015 with an overview for the coming 6 months as well. Format of this video is a bit different from normal. Hopefully I'll be back to normal next month. Folks, July is not going to be an easy month. You cannot view July independently as a standalone month when looking at the global perspective. If you do, then you're going to think, oh well, it's a normal month. Normal as far as normal goes. You know, in recent months we've had so many tragedies, so much trauma, so much killing. The world's a crazy place and a scary place at the moment. But from my astrological perspective, this is part of a much bigger pattern. I know the Uranus-Pluto square has moved on, but the effects are now coming through big time. There does appear to be some type of behind-the-scenes pattern here that points to an element of destabilisation of society for whatever means, for whatever ends, I don't know, and I choose not to speculate. Nevertheless, recent destabilising effects have created ever more of an isolated status for individuals, and the essence of community is seriously under threat. The Uranus-Pluto square continues. Saturn is moving back into Scorpio, so I do expect further revelations this month around sex crimes, paedophilia, bankers' abuses, this type of thing. This is likely to be more revelatory over the coming 2 or 3 months. Later in the year, of course, we will have to deal with the Saturn-Neptune square, and then I'm going to be talking a lot more about virals, toxins, epidemics, things like that, but that's not really kicking in till November, December, so there's no need to focus on that one now. The big things that are happening in the medium short term are clear. Jupiter's about to leave Leo and move into Virgo. This happens in mid-August. As soon as it does so, Jupiter will then square Saturn and oppose Neptune, and I do expect some type of further fundamentalist extremism to occur during probably early September in a way that will then furtherly both outrage the planet and galvanise it into action. And perhaps Saturn squaring Neptune in December is some type of incisive action against the natures of extremism on the planet. But it needs to be not just incisive but collective as well. The medium-term picture, folks, is, in fact, the short-term picture for this month is a little bit dodgy. On the surface, it appears light. There's Mercury leaving Gemini after 9 weeks. So a lot of the patterns of this Mercury retrograde that are going to be over now. Venus is going to leave Leo and flirt with Virgo for a week before going retrograde and moving back into Leo again. And we're heading into a Venus retrograde for 7 or 8 weeks in Leo, which will be interesting as we see it move from being the evening star with Jupiter at the time of recording to becoming the morning star by the end of this coming month. I always like watching that transition. It is not Venus and Mars. It is not really Saturn. It's not even really Neptune. It's two things. It's the approaching Jupiter into Virgo and the opposition to Neptune and square Saturn, which will be more August, September than July. But that worries me, particularly with gas, virals, toxins, gas, that type of thing. Mid-July. There's the Cancer new moon on the 16th of July. Not a big deal, you'd think, 23 degrees Cancer. But also on the 16th of July, Mercury is at 15 degrees of Cancer. Mars is at 14 degrees of Cancer. The combination of Mercury and Mars comes together on the 15th of July, the day before, a few hours before the new moon. And it is happening exactly opposite Pluto. It's a hard one. I have to assume, God, I hope I'm wrong, I really hope I'm wrong, but I have to assume that the second week of July, particularly in the run-up to the new moon, is very laden with potentially troublesome problems, that there's something subversive yet explosive at the same time, and that this is short and sharp. This is the period of the 10th to the 16th of July. This is a one-off. 10th to the 17th perhaps. Admittedly then Mars will square Uranus, so maybe the 10th to the 20th of July. But this is a sudden resurge of the Uranus-Pluto square. It fits with the pattern that follows the following sequence. Start of January 2014, second week of April 2014, third week of July 2014, first week of January 2015, first week of April 2015, second and third week of July 2015, bringing action that leads to final resolution, and final resolution comes around the second week of December 2015. This is Mars hitting the Uranus-Pluto square. In mid-July of this month, there's going to be the potential for extremism, whether it is global and or personal. We're all on a count to 10. We're all going to have to really sort of bite the bullet and not overreact. There's going to be enough headless chickens out there as it is. Intelligent people, such as those that study astrology, should know not to get too involved in this, because really it's a choice point for humanity we're coming up to, and it's time to actually decide whether we're on the side of the future and the angels or the past and the devils. It's time to move forward, because if we don't do it now, when will we? On that note, big thank you for all the donations that have come in. You keep me going, folks, you really do. I don't know what I'd do without you. It stops me putting ads on the site. I'll be back next month, hopefully in the original video format. Until that time, good luck, take care, bye.